make that shit look easy. I'm cooking all the things that you see on your TV. Shaking, baking, flipping, whipping, sauteing. I could do it all and I stay cosplaying. Who this? Just pick a book, show, or video game. Okay. Keep watching me and you'll be entertained. I am. Just make sure that you remember my name and don't forget to bring my champagne.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, your friend. It's Mary Lou, aka Lou Beezy, aka the Champagne Shawty, and welcome to another episode of Geeks and Grubs. In my mind, they're gonna be right there. We are going to be making Ratatouille. Insert French subtitles. So we can't be in Paris without wine, so don't look at the label. Wine for us all! There's 2 cups for 3 people. There we go. Here we go, buddy. You get a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Good. Now, like, my mind is working. It's like, need inspiration. I found it. All right, so this one is very near and dear to my heart, not because I am just the biggest fan of the actual dish Ratatouille, but because this is my job. This is what I do on a daily basis. I watch the show and I'm like, yeah, Colette, tell him how he's supposed to keep his kitchen. Strong women in the kitchen. That's what I need more of. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off by making the sauce. Got my pan. I got roughly about, let's use 3 of our beautiful fresh veg, some beautiful red bell peppers. You can do this in 2 ways. You can get your gas stove and you can just burn the edges of it and cover it, but I don't have a gas stove. I have an oven, so I'm just gonna put roughly a teaspoon of really good olive oil on here. You shouldn't use really good olive oil, that's what I got. I'm gonna rub these bad boys down. And they are gonna go into a 400-degree oven for roughly 20 minutes. Okay, so while your peppers are in the oven, I'm gonna get a pot of boiling water, and then I'm gonna get my maters, and we are just going to score the maters. So, getting a little kniff, just making a small incision. And what this is gonna do is we're gonna blanch our maters. So we blanch them, it'll slowly lift the skin off of them. That way they're easier to cut. And that way you're not getting like the slight toughness that you're gonna get from the skin. All right, and in you go. Goodbye, little mater. There we go, and they're gonna go for roughly about a good 45 seconds. A good 30, 45 seconds. So what you're looking for is some of the skin to be peeling back. And you're just gonna take them out, put them in an ice bath. Go, 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 people! We have no time to waste. Was she hot? She hot. That's alright. That's alright, because I ain't no punk. Hot hands in the kitchen, hot hands. Okay, so now that our tomatoes are chilling out, we're gonna go ahead and slice up the rest of our vegetables. The veggies that you're gonna use for this are going to be our zucchinis. In French, they're called courgettes. Well, I mean, I guess in the rest of the world, they're called courgettes. I know, I'm classy as hell. We have our aubergine, or eggplant for America, and I don't know, onions? I don't know what they call this. I didn't look that up. So, you get your zucchini, your squash, my bad, or your courgette, whatever you want to call it, and you're going to slice them into roughly about, I want to say like 2mm pieces. So, then you have your zucchini. You have your aubergine or eggplant. And then lastly, you're gonna have your tomatoes. So, you get your tomatoes, you get your paring knife, and we're just going to peel the skin back on them. Oh man, Mary, don't cut yourself. So embarrassing. Alright, you get your tomato, and we're just going to cut them with a very, very sharp knife into same pieces, same size pieces. But be very gentle. And then all my little booty pieces, I'm gonna throw them into a bowl and we're gonna make a sauce out of them. All right, so when you're done cutting all your vegetables, they should look like this. I know, she talented. And so I took out our bell peppers. They are just sitting here all wrinkly and beautiful, waiting for us to destroy them and put them inside of our sauce. And so now what we're gonna do is make our sauce. I'm gonna get just roughly about, I like how I always say roughly, a tablespoon of olive oil. And then I'm going to get some onions. I'm just gonna toss them bad boys in there. Onions. I got 2 large onions. I cut them up into just rough pieces because we're gonna blend this bad boy, so it really doesn't matter. And then what I also did is got all the little end booty pieces of the vegetables that we were cutting, like our courgettes. I don't know, classic. And we're just gonna throw those in there too. Why not? Everybody together. All right, I also got some garlic and I smashed it just with the butt of my knife. Throw about 4 of them hoes in there because I love garlic. And then this isn't really traditional to the recipe, but it's mine, I do what I want. So we're gonna throw in a little bit of some chilies. Ooh, because your girl loves spice. Like seeds and all. And I'm just gonna let that simmer together. All right, that's over there, minding its business. Now I'm gonna get my peppers. Oh, they're still so hot. It's all right. Whew. One more time. Whew. Offset. And I'm gonna take these seeds and all, and I'm just going to rough chop them. Like a lot of liquid is going to come out of these bad boys because they're very liquidy. I wish I could say something super chefy. They're full of like moisture, so be ready. And we're just throwing that up in there. And then I'm going to save this last one. So the pepper is for taste, but also for color, because I could have used any color red pepper. I could have used any color pepper, but I chose the red one because I really want like a orangey, reddish kind of tint to this sauce. So cut this. Ooh, she hot. That's all right. She ain't no pansy. Once all of your veggies are pretty much cooked down, we're gonna go ahead and add them to our blender and make our sauce. So I'm gonna get a couple of our maters. We didn't have enough room for these bad boys, so they're just gonna go up in there. Oh, look, I found some zucchini. Or courgettes. And we're gonna throw those in there, and then, how hot are these? We're good. Ooh, it's a little warm, it's all right, because she ain't no pansy. Ooh, it's hot though. And I'm just gonna throw all of you guys in there. Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. Ooh, is she full? I need a bigger blender. All right, and I'm gonna put the top on my Miguel. Song if y'all didn't know. All right, and there we go. Oh, bad boy. It's stuck. All right, try to make any of those weird noises. Okay, so perfect color that I'm looking for my sauce. I'm gonna get my big old spoon, and I haven't put any seasonings in here because I want to adjust the seasonings whilst it's finished. So I'm gonna throw in some shire. Just a nice like couple pinches of salt. Don't worry, I'll give you a real ass recipe later on. I'm just gonna mix that up. I'm not looking for it to be super smooth, but I do want it to be smooth. So little tiny chunks are gonna be okay in here because they're just going to melt, but the rest of it should be good. Mix that up in there, and then I'm going, oh, she's so hot. That is jam-packed full of flavor. And that spice though right at the end. Okay, see, I don't even need to use the rest of my red peppers. So, got our sauce. And let's assemble. All right, so now we're gonna assemble. Before I assemble, I ran out of my French inspiration. Okay, she ready. We're gonna get our sauce. And I'm just gonna, oh, that's a thick ass sauce. This ain't Barreau's thick. Just gonna put that down. And I'm just gonna lay that bad boy all over. And this is pretty much gonna act as like a base so that the rest of our veggies aren't really sticking, but also depth of flavor. And then we're gonna assemble. So I've got purple, yellow, green, red. Beautiful. Oh! Purple. Okay, so once everything is all nice and pretty, I'm just going to finish it up before we put it in the oven. So, I'll put a little bit of fresh cracked pepper on top. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's gonna be phenomenal. Then after that, I have a little mixture of like rosemary and thyme, just because I want it to be as herbaceous as possible. I have some shallots that I brunoise. It's a fancy French term for you guys. And then I'm going to get some olive oil, and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit on. And that's it. You may want to put salt on it at this point. Don't do that. All of the moisture that is inside of your vegetables is going to come out. We'll put salt. You should have already salted it. It's your fault. You should have salted that shit earlier. You might want to get rid of that because now I got mad at everybody. All right. I'm just going to put our stuff over it, and we will put it into the oven. I'll tell you. 300-degree oven for 1 hour. Bye.
He's here!
Where? Okay, so while that's in the oven, we're gonna make a really quick sauce to go on top. And it's easy. So, you gonna get your olive oil. I love that sound. Probably about like 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. I have 2 cloves of garlic and my leftover thyme and rosemary. And then I'm gonna get my salt. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of that up in there. Let's get some fresh ass parsley. Throw that in there as well, and then just turn it on. I really enjoy the taste of like that bite from fresh garlic. I enjoy that bite from, I say onions, but I ain't putting onions in there. Wait, don't get me pulling this off because I look like a noob. All right, so we're gonna put this inside of this wine glass. Don't ask why it's in a wine glass. We're in Paris. And this is gonna top our ratatouille.
Take it off. Oh, that looks pretty good.
All right, so we went ahead. We already took off the foil. It's been our hour. I put it in for like an hour and maybe 10 minutes, just so that all the veggies are nice and soft, easily plated. And we're gonna get to plating. So I got my beautiful, beautiful plate that I bought from Walmart right here. Sauce down, nice little smear. And we're gonna get our ring mold. And we're gonna say one prayer to Jesus. Jesus, please help me put it this way. All right, we're gonna do our best to plate this right. Is anybody else feeling a lot of pressure? Get our sauce, I'm gonna get just a little bit of pure olive oil. And just drizzle a little bit around. And get a little bit of balsamic. Oh! Okay, she cute. She cute or whatever. Drop a couple off. I'm pretty happy with that. I've got some fresh basil. And we're just gonna drop little bits around, kind of in no particular rhyme or reason. I'm just doing it because I do what I want, because it's my business. And now we have to go give it to our food critic. He's waiting. Now that we have officially saved our restaurant, that our food critic is fully satisfied, I'm going to bid you adieu. I don't know what language that is, but let's just say au revoir because I gotta clean up the rest of this kitchen. So you can find us on all things Geeks and Grubs related. Go on ahead and go on www. I love saying www.geeksandgrubs.com. You can catch us up on Instagram, and that's all I got. I made it sound like there was more. There's not. There's just 2 things. But catch me on the next episode next week. Bye.
Lou Beezy make that shit look easy. I'm cooking all the things that you see on your TV. Shaking, baking, flipping, whipping, sauteing.